Hello, welcome back. This is the 14th problem of the regular season round of the MIT Integration B 2025. For this problem, I have this massive products of sine and cosine, and I suggest that you try to do this on your own first before peeking at my solution. But if you're ready, let's go dive into it. Okay, so for this one, I have to admit again that I wasn't able to do this within 2 minutes. 2 minutes is the time allotted supposedly for this question, but I wasn't able to answer this within 2 minutes on my first attempt. Later on, when I tried to play around it, I laughed at myself because the answer is quite easy. Actually, it's quite easy. The answer is quite easy once you see it. But everything in hindsight, or many things in hindsight, are easy. So instead of telling you the answer outright, I'll share with you ways how to come up with the answer for this one. So my first idea here is, what if I let u be this product right here? My idea is that if I do this substitution, I might end up with something that would somehow cancel out with the second term. Maybe. That's what I'm trying to hope. So that's what I did. So to do that, let's find the derivative of that. So let's find the derivative of d dx of, what's this again? Sine of x times sine of cosine of x. This is what we will try to differentiate. Okay. Now recall the product rule. The derivative of a product is equal to fg prime plus f prime g, which means that you just have to differentiate one product or one of the factors and then multiply it to the other and add those two. So in this case, we'll get the derivative of the second one, sine of x times d dx of sine of cosine of x plus d dx of sine of x times sine of cosine of x. Now to do this, we do the product rule. Sorry, the chain rule. Sine of x times the derivative of this is the derivative of sine is cosine, so this is cosine of x. Chain rule, multiply by the derivative of cosine, which is negative sine of x, plus, now this one we differentiate. Again, we implement the chain rule, cosine of sine of x times the derivative of the inside, which is cosine x times sine of cosine of x. Okay, so this thing right here has sine of x times cosine of x, and cosine of sine of x times sine of cosine of x. But if we go back to this one, the second term has cosine sine of x and cosine of x. So in other words, this does not work because none of them has both cosines. Cosine of sine x, this is sine of cosine x. So when I tried to do this the first time, what I did is I tried to differentiate. I tried to let u be the second term right here, and eventually I saw that it does not cancel out the other term as well, and then I got stuck afterwards. Now in hindsight, the solution is pretty simple. What you have to do is to consider opposite functions. I mean, instead of using sine of x and sine of cosine of x, or cosine of sine of x and cosine of cosine of x, what if you let u be sine of x times cosine of x, right? So I tried to pair them, to pair them that way. Sine of x and cosine of x. So if we do this, again, we use the same procedure as what we did earlier. We find the derivative of sine of x times cosine of x. And this would be equal to, again, using the product rule, sine, oops, I used a black pen, sine of x times the derivative of this one, which is negative of sine of cosine of x, times derivative of cosine, which is negative sine of x. Okay, plus the derivative of the first term, sine, so that's cosine of x, times the derivative of the inside, cosine of x, times the second term, cosine of x. I'll just try to simplify this a bit. This is negative times negative, so that becomes positive. So the entire thing here, and then I'll put this in the front, the entire thing becomes sine of x, let's put a bracket here, times sine of x times sine of cosine of x, plus, I'll put the cosine at the front, cosine of x times cosine of sine of x times cosine of x. Which, if we go back to the given integrand, it's basically that. So that's sine, cos, which is, if we go here, sine, cos. Therefore, the antiderivative of this thing, right here, should be the, sorry, what am I saying? It should be like the antiderivative of d of sine of x times cosine of x, which should give you just the inside, which is sine of x cosine of x plus c. And that's our final answer. Okay, so that's basically it. So this is more like recognizing that the given integrand is a derivative of a product, right? I'm not sure if there's a clever way of doing this other than just recognizing that. I have tried integration by parts somehow, but it doesn't give me a nice form for this one. I mean, eventually it cancels out. It contains terms that cancels out, but it's also somehow long. The procedure is somehow long and it's prone to error, in my opinion. So if you are answering this type of problem in an integration B contest, I suggest that you try to find some clever ways, like recognizing that it's a derivative of a product. Okay, I hope you learned something from me today. If you have any questions, clarifications, or violent reactions, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.